There we go. Alrighty. So, welcome to Riff Arcade. I'm Josh.
I'm Butts.
I'm Spencer. Forgot the order we were going in.
It's not right to left. It's order of who came through the door first. No, we are Riff Arcade, not just a gaming comedy channel, but also a music comedy channel. And how funny all of our mistakes are. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. So what you just heard was from Final Fantasy XIV. Long viewers of the channel may remember we streamed that for several months, and that was one of the dungeon songs from the dungeon known as the Twinning. That song is called A Long Fall, written by Masayoshi Soken, who has also now done Final Fantasy XVI, and in a lot of ways is becoming the next Nobuo Uematsu,
Very nice.
famous composer of the Final Fantasy series. I'm going to tune for a second while they talk about that.
I do not remember that dungeon very much.
I know. We've been trying to sit here before we went on camera thinking like, okay, where was that in the story again? In some ways, Final Fantasy XIV was a blur.
Yes.
You know, a lot of the story kind of runs together. There were some significant moments, that I distinctly remember, but, there was a lot of filler arcs, not going to lie. And,
That was one of them.
it just kind of all fit in there somewhere. So we had a hard time placing that one.
It was like a futuristic dungeon. Like there's like 20 of them. So like
Yeah, that's
you
right.
couldn't nail that down. Oh, they were doing weird experiments on stuff. Well, there's like 10 dungeons. You couldn't. I don't know.
We picked it out because the music was good
Music was
for that
good,
dungeon.
Yeah,
It was something.
No, yeah, that's the song that like if everyone references a dungeon in some meme or joke on Final Fantasy XIV, it's always that song from that dungeon because it's just so iconic at
Yeah.
this point.
You played that song and I was like, oh, that song. But I don't know the dungeon.
Yeah, that's the one. If you guys remember during our Thanksgiving episode with Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm, I was like, we're gonna do this someday. We're gonna do a long fall, but like when we're ready. And then like a couple weeks later, Spence was like, "You're doing a long fall."
God, that's
Dang.
a long song. It's like a 6-minute song.
It is.
It's
It
a
is.
Marathon.
But it was a good one.
All right.
I definitely enjoyed that.
Great sound. Spence is sporting his Atlanta Track Club shirt. He
Woo!
sure
Yeah.
is. Because
I
he's a
am.
runner. He's run in Atlanta before.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
All right. So this is the part of the episode where usually you guys are like, we couldn't hear something or something like that. So let us know in the chat if everything sounded level, everything was present. You can hear me talking now.
We have had a day.
It's been a day.
So whenever we do music streams with all three of us, we usually do it at the end of a recording session. So we just finished recording some episodes for Riff Arcade, and straight away our powered USB hub just blew.
It died.
So that was fun. We recovered, but that was fun.
It was a slow death, though. It wasn't like it just immediately died. It still worked some, and then it would cut out. And so we'd start an episode, and we'd get it running again. And then we'd try to record it, and then all of a sudden it would cut out. And it was just, it was awful.
Yeah. But it looks like everything sounded great, and apparently we're awesome. I don't
Well,
believe you.
how about that? Thank you.
Boot them.
It's a bot!
It's a bot, yeah.
Yeah. As you can see, we finally got our green screens up for music streaming.
Mhm.
I mean, this room we're in, that's totally real. We
Of
finally
course,
made it
absolutely. That computer is totally back there.
Yeah. We're all in the same 90s room.
He is pulling back the curtain.
Literally pulling back the curtain.
That's funny.
To all right.
My wife is like,
Y'all
no!
A room.
She's like, please use the green screens to hide the room.
All right. Well, enough of that. What are we doing next?
Oh, we were going to do
don't-
another Final Fantasy song.
That's right. We're going to do another Final Fantasy song for you. See if you can catch which one this is from. It's a trick answer.
It
Let's
is
see
a
if,
trick question. Yeah, it's a trick answer.
Oh. So I'm going to mute
How many
the
notes
mic.
can you guess that song in?
Yeah. Who got it? Who got it? We're in all the back.
It's the only hint.
All right. Let me mute the mic. right. Speaking of Nobuo Uematsu, that was one of his. That was from Final Fantasy VIII. And then, of course, once again, in Final Fantasy XIV, when the game made a very good transition over.
I will admit, I was surprised at how heavy they were going to feature like triple triad in that game.
Yep.
I was not expecting that. I thought it was just going to be like a little, here's an homage. But like, no, it's like the game. Triple triad is in that game, like the full thing.
Yep. They added
tournaments and everything. Like
the random rule was still in there.
Damn the random rule.
Yeah.
The random rule has spread throughout the region.
I thought about being like, I should get a little bit better at triple triad. So I went and found some NPC, and the first match I had with them was something like, rules flipped, or something stupid like that, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not learning new rules after just learning what I do.
Yeah, it just happened on the screen and went, plus, combo, you lose.
Yeah. No.
That's it.
It was always great being on the giving end of that. Never the receiving. It was always bad.
See, the problem is, to be good at plus or same, you have to be able to do math and pay attention to the board, which is, give me a break.
And unfortunately, sometimes their math is better than yours.
But yeah, now that that game lives on as memes, where part of the joke is, of course, in Final Fantasy VIII, the main character is trying to stop this evil sorceress from, like, compressing all of time into a single point and, like, destroying all of humanity. But there's always time for cards. So there's always a meme of, like, Cloud walking up to random people, like, in the restroom or in space and being like, wanna play some cards?
Want to play some cards?
All right, what's the chat saying? Got a message from God, we're getting the band back together. It's from Blues Brothers.
Where's that from?
The Blues Brothers.
So yeah, that was like our little Final Fantasy window of the evening. We're going to move on to some non-Final Fantasy games now.
Yes, we are. And the last thing I was going to say about Shuffle or Boogie is one thing we're kind of sneakily trying to do is as we learn more and more video game music, we're learning more and more songs that, like, even though they're in prominent video games like Triple Triad, Final Fantasy VIII, like everyone in Final Fantasy knows that song and where it's from, but you could take this song and go to like a folk festival and just like and like no one will know. Everyone will just be like, oh, look at this little honky tonk song.
Yeah.
So as we learn more and more gaming songs, we're sneakily building a set list that we can take out to the public, like not just on Twitch for you guys, but go out into the public and just play gaming music that the average person walking by will be like, oh, that's nice. I like this song. You can kind of dance to this. Meanwhile, the Final Fantasy fan is going, oh, no!
Exactly.
That's our audience, is that one guy that's just like, no way.
Yep.
They're playing it like, yeah, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it speaks to my country music roots for sure. Yeah, it's very, Spence said he wanted a Stevie Ray Vaughan kind of sound to that one.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right, let's play. Give me a hint. Which one is next?
The next one
Got it.
is...
Did y'all see my hint? You couldn't get it.
I saw it.
Oh.
He did, but the crowd didn't.
All right. So
This came
yes,
from
this one.
just a little synopsis. This particular song we came from is one of many little tiny songs inside this game that was released in, I think it was, 98?
I think that's right.
That's right, yeah.
1998 was when this was released. I think for like over 10, definitely over 10, maybe almost 20. It sat at like the top of Metacritic's ranking list of like the best game ever made. It has the highest score. Oh, I don't think it does anymore. I think Baldur's Gate does now, but it used to have the highest score on Metacritic for the longest time.
It's one of the games that made Nintendo Power retire their top 10 gaming lists because it just never changed.
Yeah, it
Never left.
You know, how could you? But we're putting a little twist on this song. It's not going to sound exactly as you remembered it from the video game. And The slight twist that we put on it has to do with one of our favorite cool jazz quartets, the Dave Brubeck Quartet. They did a famous song called Take Five, in which they jammed out and they won over all of our hearts and minds to cool jazz.
Yeah.
So we're going to put our own little Dave Brubeck spin on this little number.
Yep, so here we go. It's Take Five meets Zelda's Ocarina of Time, Song of Storms. Mic is up. All right,
Yeah.
so that's it. That is Take Five meets Song of Storms. I actually think there's actually a video, and we thought of this. This is parallel thinking. We didn't steal this idea from anybody. I don't want to hear it. But there's a YouTube video. I think it's called Song of Storms, but it's Take Five. So I want to eventually upload a version of this song and call it Take Five, but it's Song of Storms.
Yes.
It's just some dude on the piano, because I've seen it, and
Yeah.
it's not three people playing it.
Yeah, it's different. It's coming at it from the other angle. Is where this other person's coming. So we feel like we could do this.
That's true. Yeah, I feel like they were more on the Take Five of things, and we're more on the Song of Storms
Yes,
things.
exactly.
How hard was it to get into the mode of 5 for you guys, counting in 5?
Well, at first, it was challenging. Like when I was in general first learning 5/4, yes, it was challenging. But Dave Brubeck was actually I listened to Take Five a lot, and so it just listening through that, it slowly ingrained itself in my brain. So it became easier after a while. But yes, at first it was kind of difficult.
What were y'all during each solos? Those were fun. What was your Spence? What was your philosophy of the solo? Like, how did you approach the solo that you did?
So I basically wrote out like 20 different licks, and then I kind of played through all of them in my own spare time and kind of assembled a more or less roadmap, which I didn't even follow just now. I didn't even play exactly the way I'd rehearsed it anyway.
It's different every time.
But, and it's not supposed to be exact every time. I mean, it in some songs that have like iconic lines to them, you want to try and keep those precise. But with this, with the little improv, I mean, I just generally have a basic roadmap in my head of an ebb and flow that I want to do, and I just stay in the lines, sort of.
See where it goes. Josh, same question.
I'm glad you asked. I actually kind of struggle with just improv solos. I don't think I practice it enough, first off, but then I do much better with just like written content. Like I'll just write it down, play the same thing every time. It's safe, it feels good, I like it. But what I actually did was I'll play what I did. Here's what I did during the solo was I went.
Which is good.
And what that is
That's the saxophone part.
it's the Serenade of Water.
Oh yes, it is.
Very nice.
Somebody's gonna catch that when they watch this and be like, "Oh my god!" And it actually worked in the song too. Like it worked over the song.
My solo was the Serenade of Water.
But hey, that worked.
That's what I went for.
And it works with Song of Storms because I mean, storm, water,
Mm-hmm.
go hand
You
in
gotta
hand.
steal smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the fourth song we're gonna play is the one from Mega Man X that we teased.
That's right. We'll just kind of get this one going. We'll tell you, DMB Rush fan, I want before the end of the song, I want you to say what level it is. Well, you'll know from the video, but
Yeah,
you'll
he's
pick it
gonna
up from the song too. But.
Close your eyes and then tell us.
Yeah. No, do whatever you want. It's fine. But all right. realized halfway through that the DMV Rush fan is probably at work tonight. Anyway, we'll catch this later. That was the Boomer Kuwanger stage from Mega Man X, and of course, as everyone knows, all the animals and all the robots in Mega Man X are based on animals: Chill Penguin, Launch Octopus, and of course, as everyone knows, a Kuwanger is
made up.
I don't know either. I have no idea.
I was going to say something with a boomerang on its head. I don't know.
Is it some Australian thing?
Probably. You know what? Let's find out. Let's learn together.
Oi! There's a boomer Kuwanger over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like,
Crikey!
don't mess with that Kuwanger. Maybe it's like somebody with a saying koala really weird.
Yeah. The
Kuwanger.
deadliest marsupial. He's got a boomerang. He'll take your head off.
The first post on Google is, "What the hell is a Kuwanger?" In the Mega Man.
What's a Kuwanger? Yeah.
Let's see. The name is a sort of bastardized romanization of Kuwagata, the Japanese translation for the stag beetle.
Okay, so he's a beetle.
Let's see. Oh, and then someone immediately says, "Don't listen to the people saying that Kuwanger is mistranslated."
Then I should say, don't listen to the people who are saying that the other people's Kuwanger is mistranslated.
Okay, no, it's a stag beetle. That's what everyone's saying. It's basically a Japanese word for the stag
Well,
beetle.
boomer beetle sounds cool.
Yeah,
Let's go
boomer
with
beetle
that.
sounds better.
Boomer beetle. There you go. Just say that.
Okay, boomer.
Still better than Yamato Man, who was based off of a
Yeah, that's on a time period.
time period.
That's funny.
So, I always forget who composed the Mega Man X music, but it's great. It's fantastic.
One?
It just kind of existed.
I'm not allowed. We only have one Google per chat per stream, so I can't Google that one. Sorry, the person who actually wrote the song we played can't do it. I'm stalling for time to give our arms time to rest, because it's the time of night where we ask you guys to give it. We want to give an encore to you guys, but we want to give you guys the song you want to hear. So, of the 4 songs we just played, I'm going to put them into a poll, and you can vote on which one will get an encore. So I'll start setting that up right now. If you guys want to chat it up.
We will play the twinning again, but boy, is it really long enough. Right. Oh.
But it does feel. What were we talking about? How some of these songs feel simultaneously fast and slow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boomer Kuwanger, Quingy sounded like it felt like we were rushing, and also I was like, oh, this feels slower. So it's very weird jumping from times between the songs. Like going from 5/4 to Boomer Kuwanger, yeah, it does feel fast and slow at the same time. Because it is faster, but you're counting. Like each beat has more time. I don't know. It's weird. 5/4 is weird.
And sometimes, like it's really more of a mind trick in the sense that your arms and feet, that's the part that makes it feel fast. But in my mind, when I'm actually hearing the metronome itself, or kind of moving along with the beat of the song, it feels kind of slow to me in my mind. But then my arms remind me, no, it's actually
it's
fast.
fast. Yeah, you think it's going to be, and when you start playing it, you're like, oh, I got to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the poll's live. Numbers are coming in. So far, it looks like you guys are being gentle.
Oh, thank God.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yep, okay. Some say Shuffler Boogie, some are saying Song of Storms.
Shuffler Boogie's fun. That's just fun to play.
Yeah.
Really just fun to play that song.
Remember, all votes are important, just the ones that aren't as many don't count. Just like real life. No, I'm not going there. All right. Let's see, just a few seconds left, and looks like we will be reprising Song of Storms Take 5.
Okay.
Thank you for being gentle.
We have to settle again. Let's go. think this is a good vote because after knowing what we do in our solos, you can listen for it this time.
That is true.
That's very cool.
Oh, Rushvan is on. He says he didn't get a poll, but Song of Storms. Okay, that's
There you go. One more vote.
Oh, wow. That's Twitch's fault. Don't at me. All right. Take it away, Maestro. The trombone champ over here.
Sorry about that, folks. I almost tripped up there on the back of this thing. I was like, oh.
Yeah, actually, at the very end of my solo, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to ad-lib. And then I was like... That's why I don't ad-lib
Our
yet.
humorous, yeah.
Write down solos and stick to them. Anyway, yeah, so, Rush fan, I see. Yep, you were the last half hour of your work shift. Yeah. Well, of course, you can go back and watch this on Twitch, and we'll have it up on YouTube in a few days. A radiant collapse. That's hard to say several times. Right?
A radiant claps.
A radiant collapse. Yeah, check him out. He's making comic books that are really good. Yeah, so thanks for joining us. We are Riff Arcade, a gaming musical channel, as well as just gaming. Anyway, we have streams every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 8 p.m. We have YouTube exclusive content on YouTube every Saturday at 2 p.m. Rush fan still wants Guile's theme.
We've heard for Guile's theme, and it's in the works.
It's on the list. It's on the
in
short
the
list.
works.
It's coming up at some point. What else? The finale of Super Mario Brothers 3 is this coming Saturday on YouTube at 2 p.m. So check that out. Watch us beat Bowser once and for all. He's never coming back.
Yeah, he only got 3. Or he didn't get that. He only got 2.
Yep, that's right. So, that being said, be sure to go in the comments for that video and let us know what game you want to see us play next. In the meantime, this has been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
Music
this.
streams are fun.
So glad this is happening. And as I say, as we all say, they get a little better every time. Every single time. The production goes up. The behind the scenes music editing kind of takes a step up.
This is about 2 months to do something like this. So.
Yep. So we're getting a little faster every time too. This came around a little faster than the last one. So very excited for all that stuff. Let us know in the chat, in the comments. Let us know anywhere what kind of songs you'd like to hear as well from video games across the ages. For example, Lyle's theme. That just came off the top of my head. So yeah, check that out. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow, whatever the hell you do on Twitch these days. Be sure to sub on YouTube. Be sure to follow here to make sure you catch us every single time we go live or drop an episode. And let's raid somebody.
Yeah.
Why not?
Raid somebody.
Who else
Oh,
is playing music?
it's time to raid.
I think we also went in order, descending order of consoles, because we started with Final Fantasy 14, which is next gen, and then we went to Final Fantasy 8. Is that PS2?
One.
PS1? Okay, that doesn't work then. Because then we went to we went to N64, and then we went to Super Nintendo.
Very
No,
technically.
they're close enough to where that
Could you
could.
say that?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, very technically, the PlayStation is older than the N64, but my
Not
brain
by
just
much.
refuses
Yeah,
to
I just don't.
acknowledge that.
Yeah, it's not by much.
No, it's not.
Like,
Yeah.
All right, who have we got?
You gonna go for a concert stream? You gonna go for a playthrough?
I'm just gonna go for a retro. Just someone playing a retro game.
hey, bonus points if they're playing any of the games
Oh, that'd
that
be
we
cool,
played
yeah.
a song from.
Someone's got to be playing Mega Man X, right?
Probably. There's someone playing. Well,
You'll have a retro.
I don't want to take too much time. We'll just raid No Diggity, who's playing Toe Jam and Earl.
There we go.
We like the way they work it.
That's right. About to bang it up.
Let's see.
You see that meme where it's like,
Are they live?
how much? No diggity? A small amount of diggity. More diggity.
Yeah.
An overwhelming amount of diggity.
I don't think they're streaming anymore. Dang it! They always do this.
Nobody wants
let's
to
try.
play
Yep,
with
they're
us.
gone.
Wow, like right when we were about to click on them.
Almost got the Riff Arcade bump.
That's our luck. They always leave right before we start, and they always start attending right before we leave.
Probably, yeah.
I'll try it. Someone's playing Bart versus the Space Mutants. So
Oh, that's good.
let's take them to town. All right.
I'm gonna say now we're never gonna do like the Simpsons thing and be like, oh, it's a video game thing. No, we're not doing that.
All right. So in 10 seconds, we're gonna give them a little raid. But hey, thanks, thanks for watching, and for listening.
And thank you.
We love you guys. We love doing this for you, and we'll see you all on the next episode of Riff Arcade. Good night, everybody.